Yes, everybody. Yes, welcome back to another episode of a very special podcast. This is the podcast in which we talk about all your favorite TV series from yesteryear and then discuss it over a glass of wine. I'm your host, Patrick M. Dunn, and I'm joined here, as always, by the paper crumpling Kat Halstead, the author. Welcome.
Hello.
I've been putting together the last few episodes, and fucking Kat Halstead, the author, has been fucking crumpling paper left and right. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, Kat? What are you doing to me, girl?
I was having some OCD episode the last recording. I don't know what was wrong. I just had to get rid of this excess paper on these stickers. I don't know what was wrong with me.
Just get one of those squishy.
I started and I couldn't stop.
Just get one of those squishy stress ball thing. Is that what they're called, stress balls?
I have one somewhere that Axton made me.
Yeah, just get fucking one of those. Jesus Christ. I was trying to put together the Bob Newhart show episode, and every time you're talking, every time you're not talking, you're just crumpling paper. And I was like, I can't use that fucking for audio. Guess you're gonna have to cut out that part. Driving me up the fucking wall, girl. Oh my goodness. Oh
yeah.
All right. So I wanted to talk about this. I want to talk about this before we get into the episode, and we had a little pre-show meeting. So,
okay.
I wanted to put together a survey for our fans. I want to try to find out who our listeners are, your age group, what decade of television you want, because we just don't know what the fuck to do anymore. We've done every TV show ever pretty much, and now we're starting to cycle back through stuff, and we're just trying to figure out what do you guys want to hear? Do you want the 80s, 70s, 60s, 90s now?
I think Patrick is also looking for proof we have more than 3 listeners.
Yeah, right. All 11 of you. No, I think we're up to 12 now.
12.
I think we have 12 hot fans out there. Yeah, I think we gained one. Found one the other day online randomly.
So yeah.
Whether now call you the Dirty Dozen. The old Dirty Dozen out there, just fucking...
There's 12 Katie Pats in the world.
Yeah, and I don't know, we want to find out what decade of television you love the most. We pretty much ignored the 70s for the last 4 years of this podcast, and I don't know, we did 5 in a row, accidentally.
Yeah, how did that happen, dude?
I don't know, we didn't even plan it. And I was looking at the list of upcoming apps, and this is our last one of the 70s showcase, so goodbye. We're saying...
Oh, wow.
And we're saying goodbye to the 70s with a bang, I guess.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, the Bang Bang Club. All right, what are we doing today? What are we doing today, Kat Halstead, the TV watcher?
We are driving back into the world of Britcoms.
Yeah.
And is definitely a classic Britcom.
Yeah.
Definitely got a following. I think it probably has a bigger following than Allo Allo.
Yeah, because I never even heard of Allo Allo until we did this podcast.
It's one I know, I saw as a kid, but I was never into, so.
I believe TV Guard has ranked it the top 13 out of 100 shows in their survey they did 10 years ago. So shout out to them, I guess. And I've actually never seen this. This is the first time I've ever dipped into this world. So I don't know. I was excited. Mm-hmm. I was a little scared, a little frightened, but overall I enjoyed it. Kat Halstead sent me a lot of weird fucking eye rolling emojis, but we'll get through it.
I did not send him eye rolling emojis. I think I sent you one message. Yeah, and it's still in there because you haven't replied to that.
You know what? I saw it and I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about, and then I was just it dawned on me 2 days later when I watched this episode, and then I was just you know what? I'm just gonna save our frank discussion for the podcast.
Oh, it's 2 days, dude. I sent that message yesterday.
I don't.
So that means you haven't even watched this episode yet. It was 2 days later.
I watched it fucking this morning. I woke up super early, made myself a little cup of tea. It was tea time here at a very special podcast East, and yeah, I made myself some crumpets, sat down and watched a jovial little quirky sitcom from the 70s, and what did we watch? What did we watch, girl? We didn't even say the name of it yet.
Fawlty Towers.
And we didn't even pick the first episode of Fawlty Towers. We decided to do the season 1 finale, because I guess we were told this was a good episode to do, I guess.
I don't even, who requested this? I don't even know, because somebody requested this, didn't they?
Someone. It's our boy toy, Stephen DeFury, former guest of the show, my co-host on 1021 Bros. He was like, you know what? You got to do Fawlty Towers, and we did it. We did it, girl. We went over the seas, and I don't know, went to a quaint little English countryside, and we enjoyed it. I don't know. I overall I enjoyed it. I kind of like the shenanigans that Basil, is that his name? Basil?
Basil, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to my favorite herb and spice.
I guess so.
Yeah, so we did season 1, episode 6, The German.
Yes.
Oh, Germans. It's
the
plural.
Germans.
The Germans. This is a hot scoop. This episode aired Friday, October 24th, 1975. If you listen to our last week's episode, Mary Tyler Moore, that aired a day later. So, like, we went back in time one whole day.
One whole day.
Yes, one whole day.
Yeah. And across the pond.
Yeah, that's never fucking happened. Like, we've never, like, done anything that aired, like, within days of each other in a row, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, this is, like, I don't know how this happened. Like, we just, like, randomly, like, I'll have a list of stuff, and, like, we don't have episodes picked out yet.
Yeah, we'll just throw, like, a show name.
We just know, like, these are the shows we're gonna do. Like, next week.
Yeah, and then I'll usually just browse, like, Hulu or, like, Netflix, just look at, like, episode titles, and I usually just go for, like, whatever sounds, like, the funniest based on episode title, or, like, a description, and like, oh, let's do that one, and you're like, yeah, that's, all right, that's fine, or or,
like, there might be one I'm like, we have to do this episode.
Like, if it's a notorious episode, like, that, when we did Dick Van Dyke, we had to do the Walnuts one, the old Walnuts episode.
Or, like, I was like, we gotta do the one where Julia runs over the First Amendment for designing women.
Oh yeah. Shout out to the Sugar Bakers. What are their names?
Sugar Bakers. Studebakers are cars.
Yeah, no, it's like a car from like Dennis the Menace.
It's the car from Mr. Ed.
Oh, is it Mr. Ed?
Remember there were commercials for the Studebaker?
Yeah. All right. I think Mr. Ed and Dennis the Menace were made by the same production companies, because I feel like...
Probably. I think so.
I'm pretty sure that Mr. Wilson drives a Studebaker, because I feel like I've heard him say the word Studebaker like 1,000 times. And...
I feel like that was the car back in the day.
Oh, yeah. It was like the Pontiac? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like you either had a cool, like, James Dean Mustang, or you had a Studebaker. There's no in between.
Yeah.
You want to talk about this night of television? You want to talk about this hot night of television?
Yeah, what was on this night of television?
All right. So, I couldn't find, like, any, like, a BBC data. I don't know what fucking channel this aired on fucking England. I don't know how England TV works, but I do have the data.
English TV, like, confuses me the way they do things. Like, I don't understand. Like, they'll air stuff at, like, 9 minutes past the hour. And
their prime times is at, like, 4 p.m.
But, like, seriously, like, try to watch TV shows in other countries just confuses me. Like, when I would watch Big Brother Australia live and I'd have to, like, stay up, I'd be like, it starts, like, 20 minutes after the hour, and then, like, what?
I watched fucking Big Brother Canada the other day, and it was on at 7 p.m. live, and I was like, what the fuck is this? So, like,
yeah,
this is my fucking Wheel of Fortune hour. Like, what are you doing, girl? What are you doing, Arissa Cox?
Damn you, Canada.
Yeah, fuck. Oh, my God. Blame Canada. The boys from South Park had it right. All right.
They did.
All right. We'll save that for our Canada Corner in a future episode. Instead, we're going to talk about this hot night of television, this hot night, and I only have data for CBS.
Okay.
So that's all we're talking about today. But it was a wild night of CBS, I'll tell you that. This is the reason why they call it the Tiffany Network, is because it's fucking high-class television all across the board, girl. All across the board. You ready for this? You ready?
Yes.
Things start off. This is probably the only weak part of the night. Things start off with a show called Big Eddie at 8 p.m. Do you know this?
No, I have never heard of this.
So Big Eddie was a multi-camera sitcom. It was only on for 13 episodes, but it starred someone we know. Do you know the name Sheldon Leonard?
Sheldon Leonard?
Yes.
I mean, I know there's Sheldon and Leonard on The Big Bang Theory, but...
All right, hot scoop. That's who Sheldon and Leonard from The Big Bang Theory are named after. Sheldon Leonard, he was an actor. He's also the producer of a string of hit sitcoms, including The Andy Griffith Show, The Dick Van Dyke Show, and Make Room for Daddy. So you've seen that fucking name all over the place.
Okay, yeah.
As soon as fucking the Dick Van Dyke, like, credits rolls, you see that name, like, Sheldon Leonard in, like, big-ass letters. It's, like, bigger than Dick Van Dyke's fucking title font.
Okay.
He was also an actor, and in 1975, he had 13 episodes of Big Eddie. It was about a reformed mobster who tries to go legit as the owner of a sports arena in New York City.
Okay.
And I guess it didn't do too good. They canceled it. And
yeah.
It kind of sounds like something I might have been interested in. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
You don't want to see a reformed mobster with his, like, gruff New York style, trying to improve his manners and own a sports arena, or like Yankee Stadium or something. I'm sure they couldn't say Yankee Stadium. It's probably something else. It's probably like the fucking...
I'm kind of like, okay, for me, like where I am now, I'm so over mob bosses, like maybe in the 70s. Yeah, but now I'm like, fuck it, no.
I feel like...
Keep mob bosses off my TV.
I feel like we're, I mean, we had, The Untouchables in the 60s, but I think other than that, we really didn't have that many, like, mob-centric shows, so...
Yeah.
And I don't think we had any of that...
So I don't think they would feel like the oversaturation that we have now.
I mean, I think this would be, like, the first sitcom-oriented one. Like, we haven't had Analyze This or whatever the fuck it was with Billy Crystal and, De Niro.
Analyze this, analyze that.
Oh, yeah? Was there a third one? I feel like there was a third one.
I don't think so.
Who knows? Probably, like, direct to DVD and has, like, completely different people in it.
Yeah, exactly.
You ready for CBS 8:30? You want to see what's going on at 8:30?
Yeah, well, it was on at 8:30.
All right, we're going to hang out with the cast of MASH. Oh, yeah, girl. Oh, yeah.
Okay, MASH.
Members of the 4077th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. They care for the injured during the Korean War and use humor to escape from the the horror and depression of the situation. Mm-hmm. We get to meet Hawkeye, Hot Lips Houlihan, Radar, and is there Trapper John? That was him, right?
Trapper John, Hawkeye, Hot Lips.
We haven't done MASH yet, have we?
No.
Feel like it's coming. Feel like it's on the horizon.
It might be.
All right, you ready for CBS 9 o'clock? Ready to see what's going on at 9?
Yeah, what's on at 9 o'clock?
All right, we get a full hour of Hawaii Five-0, the OG one, not to be confused with this, like, fucking 2000s mess. Did you watch the show? Were you a fan of it?
No, I never really watched the OG Hawaii Five-0.
I mean, I wouldn't say I regularly watched it, but I definitely dabbled in it. This starred Jack Lord. He portrayed Captain Steve McGarrett, the head of a special state police task force, which was based on an actual unit that existed under martial law in the 1940s. So, ooga. Yeah. And it has a hot theme song, too. I think everyone knows that one.
It wasn't something that was really on in syndication when I was a kid. See, it was probably on during, like, the day when I was watching, like, other stuff.
I feel like it was always on USA. I feel like there was an hour where it was just, like, Hawaii Five-0, the A-Team, maybe Magnum P.I., Airwolf, just all these like action adventure type series.
Yeah.
And they just had like a daytime block, and then at like 6 o'clock, then all like the comedies came on.
Yeah, probably.
You ready for CBS 10 o'clock?
Yeah, it was on at 10.
I'm excited about this one. I don't know why. I just am. Did you ever watch Barnaby Jones?
No.
What?
Never.
You've never seen Barnaby Jones, girl?
Never.
Oh my goodness. We're going to have a Barnaby Jones weekend this weekend. Do you know about it at least?
It was like, he was a cop, right?
Yeah, he was a private eye. He works with his widowed daughter-in-law to solve cases. And it stars Buddy Epson and Lee Merriweather.
Yeah, I never watched this.
Oh my god! Oh my god! This show had like famous fucking guest stars over the years. You want to hear the hot list of guest stars?
Yeah, hit me with it.
All right. Do you know Carl Betts?
No.
He's the dad from the Donna Reed show. Carl Betts. We've talked about him before. What the fuck, girl?
Oh my goodness. Okay, yes, because I recognize the name one random morning. Like, okay, come on.
It also starred our gal pal Meredith Baxter in a few episodes, or one episode. You go, girl.
Okay.
Margot Kidder, who'd go on to play Lois Lane in the Christopher Reeve Superman films.
The only true Superman films.
Yeah, true. Jessica Walter, the matriarch of the Bluth family on Arrested Development. And hold on. Morgan Fairchild, star of the City, the short-lived soap opera.
Woo!
Whose name I forgot like 2 episodes ago. I always called her Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
And hold on, you got room for one more?
I guess so, yeah.
All right, we got to make room for Lonnie Anderson. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, shout out to Lonnie Anderson, former wife of Burt Reynolds, R.I.P. girl. I mean, boy, R.I.P. boy. Yeah, so that was, that's that night of television. How would you rate it?
I don't think it's as amazing as you think it did.
What, girl? Oh my god, I'm fucking...
I don't know, I'd probably be out at a movie that night or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's a Friday night. You'd probably go out for dinner, get yourself a pizza pie. Maybe take your... go down to the roller skating rink. What did people do in the 70s? I don't even know.
I don't know. Like, it's 1975, seeing a movie that's still too early to be Star Wars. I don't know. It's not Saturday Night Fever. It's too early for that.
American Graffiti, was that out yet?
I don't know. Let's find out.
I feel like your boyfriend would look like Matthew McConaughey in Dazed and Confused.
American Graffiti came out in 1973.
Oh, well, maybe it had a second run in cinema. Mm-hmm. Google top movie of 1975. How about that? Jaws, maybe? Maybe Jaws?
Jaws. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Barry Lyndon? Dog Day Afternoon. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
All right.
Stepford Wives.
All right, it's 19. Picture this. Let's do a little reenactment. It's 1975. Todd Halstead's a 17-year-old girl in New Jersey. We'll say, I guess. I don't know. Where do you want to live? Do you want to live in New Jersey? You're gonna be in Seaside Heights.
Oh God. Monty Python came out this year, and The Holy Grail.
Oh. Maybe I'll go see that instead. So you're dating Matthew McConaughey's character from Dazed and Confused. You guys are driving around in your Monte Carlo, I guess, and he's like, "Hey cat, want to go to the movies tonight, girl? Go see ourselves a flick." And you have to pick out of that list of movies. What would you pick?
Stepford Wives.
Whoa! Cat Halstead and Matthew McConaughey's character from Dazed and Confused are going to see the Stepford Wives. Are you going to take Slater? Are you going to take Slater with you?
No.
How about Ben Affleck's character? Are you going to take him with you?
God, no.
Whoa.
I'm leaving his ass on the side of a road.
All right, you're going to take one other character from Dazed and Confused with you. Who do you take?
The London boy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess I'd take it. I'd probably take the the freshman with the long hair, the long brown hair, who was like hanging out with all the seniors. Maybe I'd take him.
Okay.
What's going on?
Yeah, I can see that.
Fun night to see the Stepford Wives. Not to be confused with like the fucking the remake. Who is it? Michelle Pfeiffer?
No, it was Nicole Kidman, Bette Midler, Faith Hill.
Faith Hill?
That version's not as good. Yes, Faith Hill.
Faith Hill in a movie?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I gotta sit down.
The original Stepford Wives is way creepier than the remake.
I watched it I think a year ago, and it's a fucking bizarre movie. Maybe we'll have to do it for, I don't know, movie night or something.
Like, I would watch it as like a late night Saturday movie when I was a kid off ABC.
They aired that on ABC, like, in the 80s?
The New York ABC affiliate would air it Saturday night.
Oh,
as they would have like late night movies.
It was like you can either watch Growing Pains or you can watch fucking the Stepford Wives. Take your pick. Take your pick, girl.
It's like the news is done. You can either watch this old movie from the 70s or you can watch like whatever WPIX is airing.
Oh, so it's on like late night, like 11:30.
Yeah, like late night.
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought you meant like prime time. I'm like, whoa, fucking.
No, I said the late night movie.
I'm sorry. I must have not been paying attention. I apologize.
Never pay attention.
I know. I'm sorry. Sorry, you're just like an invisible voice to me. I'm like, what is that? What is that?
You asshole.
What is that noise that's ringing around in my ears?
The cat's not real.
You're like Snuffleupagus. All right. You ready to go to England? You ready to go to Turkway, England?
Yes, let's cross the pond.
All right. Before we get in there, I want to have a little do you want to talk about attempted remakes of Fawlty Towers that the American market has tried to do over the years?
Oh, dear God, we did.
All right. So we attempted 3 times. 2 of them actually made them to air. And I don't know. I'm really excited about them. One of them we've actually talked about on the podcast before. And it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, too.
I don't remember. Okay, hit me. Hit me with this info.
All right. So the first one, ABC in 1978. They decided they produced a pilot called Chateau Snavely. It starred Harvey Korman and Betty White, and they tried to transfer the coastal hotel of England to a highway motel, and it just proved too much to do. And John Cleese, creator of the original British sitcom, was critical of this first adaptation. In particular, he said they just played it too slow, is what he had to say. Which I don't know what that means.
Who knows?
I guess the pilot was never picked up, but about a decade later, ABC, they decided to go at it again, and they actually got B. Arthur this time for a show called Amanda's.
Okay, I remember talking about this.
Yes, and this was notable for they switched the sexes of its Basil and Sybil equivalent. So the quirky host was played by B. Arthur. And the Sybil type was played by a man. Yeah, so ooga.
Okay.
It didn't catch on. It wasn't a hot hit. ABC canceled it.
I have trouble seeing B. Arthur as like the slapsticky, goofy kind of person that you would need to be that character.
She's more of the I think like the straight man maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't know. She does kind of have like a stern style to her. So, because I know like Basil's kind of like an angry man. So
yeah.
Anyway, the show was canceled, and this was like a show that like Beathar was like embarrassed by. Like I think A&E like re-aired it a few times over the course of the years. Like I don't know. I guess every now and then they have like a revival, like an Amanda's revival, and they just want to air it.
Yeah.
I feel like that time for A&E to re-air the show is past.
Probably.
One of Beathar's close friends, Norman Lair, was very critical of the show too. He was just like, Beathar, girl, why are you doing this shit? Like, you're this is nothing. The show is fucking ridiculous. I'm excited about the third remake of this. I don't remember this, but I probably would have watched it based on the star of the show.
Okay.
So the third remake was a show called Pain. Payne. Do you know this?
No.
All right. So this was produced by and starred our boy toy, John Larroquette, as Royal Pain.
Ooh, okay. You've piqued my interest.
The action takes place at the Whispering Pines Inn, which is owned and operated by Royal Pain and his wife, Constance, who is played by JoBeth Williams. And Royal was always trying to improve the quality of his hotel and eventually franchise the place. He wanted it to be like a Hilton or a Waldorf. I guess it was kind of like, it was critically adored, but it just didn't catch on.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's Pain. And other than those three shows, surprisingly, these shows were inspired by Fawlty Towers. Third Rock from the Sun borrowed very heavily from Fawlty Towers and Cheers. Believe it or not, Cheers.
I can see the Fawlty Towers.
You mean Third Rock?
Yeah, for Third Rock, but I can't really see the Cheers.
Well, I guess because it's the workplace family, the dysfunctional workplace family.
Maybe, yeah.
And that's what they were inspired by. They strive to have a show because, let's be real, Fawlty Towers is about like a quirky group of like workers. Yeah. And then obviously like the show went on to inspire like The Office and stuff like that. So
yeah.
That's our little history corner. Are you ready to get into the episode? You ready to talk about the Germans?
Yeah, let's talk about this episode.
Take us into this world, Cat Halstead.
Okay, so this is the one episode that doesn't start with the hotel. They're actually at the hospital where Basil's wife has checked in because she's getting an ingrown toenail removed.
Yeah, she's going under the knife. A gal pal Sybil.
Sybil is going to go get an ingrown toenail removed, and it's like a 3-day hospital stay.
I love that. I don't know. Like, I wonder if like that was a thing of the time, or if they were just like making fun of that idea.
Like, I don't know. I could see maybe
like after the surgery, like there's definitely like a point of the episode where she's like in a wheelchair for like the remainder of the episode. It's great, but. All right.
Yeah.
What did you think of Sybil? Like, what was your hot take on Sybil?
Like, she was kind of annoying.
I guess she's this beloved character. She's a very strong, opinionated woman. She obviously wears the pants in this relationship.
Yeah.
And she seems like she's like the brains behind the operation of the hotel. Let's be real.
But at the same time, like, she was on him to do stuff he was doing. Like, it was kind of like, lady, back off and let him actually do shit.
Yeah. There's a recurring like joke of the episode. So like it kind of starts off. So Sybil, she's about to go under the knife, as they keep saying in this. Basil's at the hospital visiting her, and she's kind of like giving him a list of things to do that he needs to do when he gets back to the hotel. And he's kind of like, oh, no, everything's under control. He's like,
yeah.
Polly's there. Polly, the assistant, maid, housekeeper. I don't know what she is.
Whatever. Like, she's the housekeeper, yeah.
I guess, like, the only other person that works there that's not the chef.
And not the inept waiter, Manuel.
So that's going on, and she's like, you need to get back there and like take care of the stuff. He's like, I will. He's like, I just came in to make sure that you're gonna be okay. She's like, I'll be fine, just get the fuck out of here, dude.
Like, there's this weird tone though, like where he's kind of acting like this is like the most dangerous surgery in the world, and she's like, it's an ingrown toenail.
He talks to the doctor too, like after, and he's like, yeah, so after the surgery, she's going to be in a great deal of pain for 3 days.
Okay, so his interactions with the doctor are really kind of off-putting.
All right, let's get into it.
Like, he walks out from the room, and he, like, runs into the doctor, like, practically, like, walks right into him, and it's a black man. And apparently this is the only episode that has a black person to appear in the whole series. And Basil is noticeably freaked out by him.
Yes, he kind of like jumps back a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he bumps into the man. He bumps into the doctor, and then the doctor introduces himself as the doctor, and that's when Basil like jumps back. He's like, "Oh, you're the doctor?"
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a little bit of subtle racism in the show, and one of the characters.
Subtle?
I mean, this interaction right here.
This one's kind of
One of the characters though is a little more open about it. It's the character of Major. The Major, I guess, is his name?
Yeah, the Major.
All right, he's kind of like a senile old man, maybe like a World War II Major is kind of the vibe I'm going with.
Yeah, he's probably exactly like the Major from Soap.
Yeah, part of me was wondering if that's what he's like based on.
Yeah, I don't know. But, so Basil gets back to the hotel, and he's trying to like get the stuff done that he needs to get done. And the Major just starts talking. Like, he goes on this tangent about, like, some woman he dated, and she stole his wallet. It was, like, the only date he ever went on or something. It was really awkward. And it's the kind of conversation where somebody's just talking, and you're like, I have to walk away now. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I have people at work who will start telling me these things, and I'm like, I just want you to freaking dial. I don't care. He
goes in and out of topics. Like, 1 second he's talking about, like, a cricket team. The next he's talking about, like, some woman he dated. And I think he even, like, travels back in time in his mind. Like, because he kind of forgets where he is for a few minutes.
And then he kind of drops the N-word a few times. I mean, it's honest, and I get that. But damn, I was shook. I think I was mostly shocked because he was talking about people from India.
It was an awkward conversation.
Yeah.
Like when they re-air the show, like on like television, they cut out that scene.
Yeah, they've cut those words out.
All right, so one of Basil's tasks is he has to like hang up this giant moose head.
Yeah, it's just like that's all he's got to do.
Oh, he's got to. All right.
He's just got to find the right nail in the right place in the wall and to hang this thing. Because I guess Sybil's cardigans keep getting caught on it.
Yes.
Which I get, because my freaking cardigans get caught on stuff all the time. I get caught on people's chairs every freaking day, like multiple times. Because I wear a long-ass cardigan.
What?
Yeah.
So I guess...
I will send you a picture of Work Cat, and you will see, like, it is not the cat before you right now.
Oh, no, I
can tell you that.
For some reason, whenever I picture Work Cat, I still picture like Sigourney Weaver in fucking Working Girl. I don't know, like you're like the like the boss, like kind of like the condescending boss.
No.
That's the working Cat Halstead I want to see, but I don't know. The sitcom in my mind is Cat Halstead. You ever see that like that Amy Schumer skit? It's like the 80 business ladies.
No, because I hate Amy Schumer.
All right, well, I'm gonna send you the link anyway. You're gonna watch it. That's what I picture. Cat Halstead and all your coworkers just like sending faxes, being on speakerphone,
faxes,
giant staplers. You don't have a fax machine in your office?
I mean, I'm sure there's a fax machine, but no.
A fax is like a dated concept, but I still feel like every office still has like one fax machine lying around. It's like a necessary evil. I don't know.
I think it's like mostly because people still have to send documents and shit like that.
Yeah. So the last office that I worked at, we had like e-fax. You just scan something.
Yeah.
And then faxes, I guess. I don't know. It really is just email. Let's be real, it's email. Where I work now in a hospital, we actually have a fax machine. And I had to like use it to send a fax. And it took me like an hour to figure out how to use it because there's fucking a million buttons on it.
Yeah, I like if somebody was like, "Hey, Catherine, I need you to send this fax," I'd be like, "How?"
It's one of those giant like copy machines, fax machines. I don't know, something out like like automatic stapler. They're the most like convoluted piece of machinery you will ever see anywhere in the world, and I don't know why, but they just are. There's something about them.
Yeah.
Like I could probably like make a website out of scratch, but I couldn't tell you how to make fucking 7 copies of a fucking memo.
Yeah, like how do I do this thing? I could like build you a website in like 10 minutes, but I can't like make copies if I have to do more than push one button.
Yeah, because it's like you would think that you just fucking put the piece of paper on the fucking screen and hit fucking start. But no, there's like, you gotta fucking hit all these like different combination of buttons to do different things. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, who? All right. I want to find me one person in the world who can just like effortlessly like use a copy machine. Just tweet us at Very Podcast. Please do. Send us a fax.
Like, I think I have to have a code at work.
What?
To even make copies if I needed to.
Oh, because like you don't want people like copying their like band flyers and stuff and post them around town.
Yeah.
There was like I remember I worked somewhere, like he was in a band and he like made copy of his band flyers and he like left the piece of paper on the copy machine and he got fired for it because he made like 20 pieces of paper and it's like, dude, that fucking probably costs like 10 cents, girl. 10 cents. Just fucking slap him on the wrist.
Gosh.
HR. Fuck you guys. Go home. Go home, HR. You're drunk.
Yeah. Like, legitimately, I would not know how to make a flyer. Or make a copy.
What does this have to do with the moose head? I forget. What does this have to do with the moose head?
I think we're talking about just, like...
cardigans.
Crap he has to do. He's just trying to get his stuff done. And these people... Like, you know what? He would get his stuff done if these other people could do their fucking jobs.
They're just... Yeah, everyone's, like, interrupting him. And he's also trying to, like, plan a fire drill, I guess, too, at the same time. There's, like, all this stuff he's trying to do. And then, you know what? It's like 10 minutes of work.
Yeah.
He keeps getting interrupted. Sybil's calling him from the hospital, like, are you hanging the moose head? And he's like, I just fucking did it. And then the moose head falls off the wall.
And it's like, will you stop? Like, if you could stop calling and making me have to come answer the phone, I could get shit done.
My favorite part of the whole episode is the fire drill. I'm just going to throw this out there. Like, it's just this fucking wild.
Oh, God, the fire drill.
So...
It's so ridiculous.
Surprisingly, this hotel gets fucking guests, believe it or not.
I don't know how, like, at all. I'm, like, shook they get guests because it's a mess.
Yeah, it's a mess. So there's people, like, shuffling in and out, like, as all the stuff's going on. He's trying to hang him the fucking moose head. It keeps falling. The antler's falling off the moose head. He's trying to, like, find the key to, like, arm the fire drill. And I don't know, like, Sybil keeps calling him, telling him that she moved the key. And he's like, why would you fucking move the key, girl? Like, why would you move the key?
Yeah, she's like, she puts stuff in, like, places that it shouldn't be. And he's like, well, bitch, I fucking needed it there so I could actually, like, use it.
So all this is going on. He's like, telling the people, he's like, don't forget, we're going to do a fire drill today at, like, noon. So, you know, when the fire alarm goes off, you know, make sure you come down and exit the building appropriately because we gotta, I don't know, do this every 6 months for the fire department.
Yeah.
Somehow, like, the burglar alarm gets tripped.
Yeah. Like, I think the key is in the safe, and when he opens the safe, it trips the alarm.
Yes, that's it. Okay.
Because that fucking makes sense, Sybil. No, it doesn't, you stupid.
So, everyone starts exiting the hotel during the burglar alarm. And he's like, no, everyone stop. He's like, that was not the fire drill. That was just the burglar alarm that I accidentally set off. He's like, you need to go back to your rooms because he's like, we're going to do the fire drill at noon. And everyone's like, it's noon right now. And he gets into this like hot debate. Like, no, you cannot be in the lobby.
You wouldn't just be hanging out in the lobby. They might be, Basil. They might be.
He's like, you need to be in your rooms. And they're like, but we're going to go up to our rooms and then come back down. What's the point? And he's like, it's not the point. The point is there's never going to be a fire when everyone's just hanging out in the lobby. And while all this is going on, Manuel, the inept waiter, like, accidentally sets the kitchen on fire.
He's just fucking around, and then all of a sudden he, like, actually turns on flames, and, well, he starts fucking fire.
Yeah, and he runs out, and he's, like, yelling, fire, fire, fire. And Basil's like, no, not yet. It's not time to do the fire alarm. They don't see the smoke, like, bellowing out from the kitchen.
Yeah.
Which is fucking weird. I don't know. Like, I, as a viewer, can see it, but apparently no one in this fucking hotel.
Yeah, like, we can see it, but they're, like, oblivious to it.
Were they blind? Like, is everyone on the show blind? Is that the new conspiracy?
Like, they're not paying attention, that's the thing. It's like, he's so focused on getting the stupid drill done, and he's fighting with people about the sound of the bells, when the thing's going off, what's happening, that he doesn't realize there's actually a fire happening.
All right, so before he realizes there's a fire, he locks Manuel in the kitchen where the fire is because, you know, he just kept interrupting him. Mm-hmm. So meanwhile, like, Manuel's, like, dying, and he's still trying to explain, like, the difference between the sound of the burglar alarm and the fire alarm. And that's when, you know, Basil now realizes there's actually a fire going on, and can't figure out how to turn on the fire alarm. So they're telling him that he needs to, like, break the glass.
Yeah.
And he's just, like, picking up things, and he's trying to, like, he just can't break the glass. He can't set the fire alarm off. And
yeah, it's not working for him. This man can just not get shit done.
Yeah, so now he gets the fire extinguisher. He tries to extinguish the fire. The extinguisher, like, explodes in his face. He gets all the chemicals on his face. Then fucking, I don't know, Basil, like, hits him over the head Manuel hits Basil over the head for some reason. Basil gets knocked out.
Yeah, with a frying pan.
Yeah, what?
Yes, it's a frying pan. It's a fucking frying pan. Yeah.
Manuel gets knocked out. Now he's like, he has a fucking concussion. He's in the hospital. It's like 3 days later, I guess. I don't know.
It's like a few hours later. It's not even days later. It's like he gets knocked out. The fire department, EMTs or whatever, take him to the hospital. And he's like, I'm not staying here. We've got the Germans coming. And he's like fucking out of it. Like full on, like he is not there.
Yeah, he's got a concussion. He's got a fucking full on concussion. So he goes back to the hotel. And I guess, so Polly can speak German. So she's like speaking German with the Germans. Mm-hmm. Basil's like, what's going on, Polly? And she's like, oh, the Germans are here. And he's like, oh my God, the Germans are here. And he's like panicked. And he's letting everyone know, like, all right, no matter like what you do not mention the war. He's like, that's very offensive to the Germans. They will fucking lose their shit. And when he starts like serving the Germans, like that's all he can talk about is the fucking war.
Yeah,
like,
that's all. Like he just keeps dropping shit about World War II. And like these bad shows. Like it is awful. He does this Hitler impression. It's bad, people. It's bad.
There's one of the Germans is like so upset. She's so visually upset by it. She starts crying. He's trying to calm her down, but he just keeps going with all this war talk. He's just like saying the wrong word at the wrong time is basically what he's doing. Cause
and part of it's because it's the concussion.
Yes.
And his brain's all like miswired at the moment.
He's reading like his like list of specials and he's just saying like words that are war related.
Yeah.
And then he does this like Hitler march and he just, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy, girl.
Yes. And
wait a second. Why did we do this episode again? Why did we do this?
I don't know. It was requested. And then the doctor shows back up and he's got a syringe of like a sedative and he starts chasing Basil. And that's when I finally laugh at this episode. And like the Germans are crying. Like this one woman is like on the table sobbing.
All right.
Like I was sitting here like, why do people like this episode?
Want to hear something wild?
Yeah, give me something wild.
All right. So this whole fucking series is based on an actual trip that John Cleese, who played Basil, and his wife Connie Booth, who played I believe Sybil, right? She plays Sybil?
No, not Sybil.
Polly.
The maid.
Yeah, Polly,
yeah.
So they actually I guess in the early 70s, right before the show was created, they were in the city of Torquay, I think is what it's called. They were staying at a hotel, and they based the show on this like inept hotel manager that he had. That he was just this like rude, obnoxious like hotel manager.
Yeah.
And I guess the whole time they were there, they just kept making fun of him, and they essentially just like created this character. And like 5 years later, they were like, oh my God, we got to do this. We got to fucking do this. I found an article about this woman who like actually like worked at the hotel while the show is on, and it's just like it's wild. So I get this must have been, I think this is like a 10-year-old article. She's kind of like upset over like the fact that they like made this character. She never found the show Fawlty Towers funny. She never thought it was hilarious. She's just like wildly offended by the idea. She's like, yeah, like the actual like Basil Fawlty was kind of like a dick, but he was just never this one man that John Cleese and Connie Booth has like made him out to be. And like and then the fact that they went and like name dropped like the actual name of the place, which I believe was the Glen Eagles.
Yes, the Glen Eagles Hotel.
Yes, which is like, imagine like doing that today, like being like, oh, we base this on like the Chicago Hilton.
Yeah.
On the fucking manager there, and like you could like just go online and look it up and like find out who this person is. Like imagine that today in like the era of Twitter.
Oh God, Twitter would fucking lose their mind over shit. Twitter loses their mind over every fucking thing, and it's always like, just chill the fuck out, Twitter. Chill the fuck out.
It's all right that Loughlin and fucking Felicity Huffman are
in a fucking scandal. That's our morning. That's what we wake up to, finding out they paid off colleges to accept their kids. Like, dude.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
What's a bigger crime? Loughlin fucking paying off colleges to get her kids into a fucking prestigious college, or her role on the CW 90210?
I mean, here's the thing. Okay, the thing is, it wasn't even like the most prestigious college. It's like USC.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's like people like that's the big thing. Like that's the school she was desperate to get her kids into.
All right. I have a question. I thought that was like what rich people did in general. Was like...
Yeah, I thought like as far as I know, this is what rich people do. They like find ways around the system to get their kids into the college they want them to go to for like whatever reason, like, I don't know why this is the school Lori Loughlin wanted, but it's the one she wanted for her kids. Could be like her ex was like, that's the school they go to, or, and then she had to, like, make sure that's the school they went to. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she probably buys a bunch of books and donates them to the library or something, or a bunch of, like, gets a bunch of Mac computers to put in the computer lab, or... I don't know.
Like, this is what rich people do. Like, why is anybody surprised? I think it's like that those are the names that were released is really what's shocking. Because apparently there's, like, a whole list of people, and they haven't released anybody else's names, but there's, like, fashion designers and CEOs and other people. So, like, by the time this episode airs, everyone will A, have forgotten about this, or B, it'll be, like, the biggest scandal ever.
Oh, like, this will, like, uncover, like, a rabbit hole that goes deeper, and we'll find out that, like, fucking, Lori Loughlin was, like, a part of, like, something else, like, scandalous. Like, oh.
There goes the Hallmark career.
Do you think this will affect her career on fucking When Calls the Heart, or whatever the fuck it's called?
When Calls the Heart.
I almost said What Lies Beneath.
No, that's a totally different thing.
Shout out to Michelle Pfeiffer.
I honestly don't know, because Lori Loughlin is totally a go-to Hallmark star.
Yeah. All right.
They got her in a ton of crap.
Do you have anything else on Fawlty Towers? I almost said Square Peg.
That is a show starring Sarah Jessica Parker. Honestly, I'm good. I don't think I'm going to watch it again. It's not something I'm going to be like, oh, hey, let me just binge this for like 5 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it for the time, but I probably won't go and watch the rest of the series. I'm going to watch something. All right, if I'm going to recommend something British, my top 3 British shows are Keeping Up Appearances, Mrs. Brown's Boys, and the Hello.
Yes.
And Are You Being Served? Those are my top 4.
Are You Being Served? Everything.
All right. Well, maybe we'll have to do like an Are You Being Served episode in the future, just to let us forget about this. Let us move on.
We really do. We need to get that on the list.
Add it to the list, Kat. Add it to the list. All right. Speaking of Britcoms and the jolly world of England, we're actually gonna we're keeping up with that theme next week. Yeah, because we did a request episode of Stephen DeFury, we decided we're going to do a request episode of our super fan, I guess is what we should call her.
Heather.
Yeah, she's the leader.
Good for you. I love you, but I hate you at the same time, Heather.
She's the leader of the Dirty Dozen. She's in charge. She drives the bus, the Dirty Dozen bus, touring America this summer. Go catch it. Maybe we'll go. She'll be the coordinator of fun at a very special podcast cruise, also this summer, with special guest January Jones, Dream Man. Who else will be on the AVSP cruise? Not the band that opened up for Weezer on the Weezer cruise.
Fuck those assholes. Fuck you guys.
Who also apparently does the other very special podcast. Shout out to you guys. I take that back.
Fuck you, assholes.
All right. So next week, we're dipping into sci-fi. I think it's been a while.
I don't want to do this.
But we get a lot of requests. If you follow our Twitter, Very Podcast, you probably see a lot of, you've probably seen a few GIFs lately of a TARDIS. Maybe seen a TARDIS floating through space and time. All right.
I don't want to do this.
So we're doing Doctor Who, girl. Yes, we're finally going to go into the Whoniverse, I think is what they call it. The Whoniverse. I know, we're brainstorming episodes. I don't know. Do we want to do a, Matt Smith? I think that's a name on there. Do we want to do Lady Who, the current incarnation?
I guess.
The Chris Eccleston?
I don't even want to do it, but...
do you want...
We'll do it, because you've broken me down.
Maybe we'll just watch like a best of on YouTube. I don't know. Send us a hot tweet at Very Podcast. Tell us which episode of Doctor Who we should do. I don't know. What should we talk about? Some bullet points, and I don't know. Kat Hulson's going to be spending the weekend on fucking BBC America, I guess .com doing.
Yeah, I don't even.
Kat Does the Doctor coming this weekend, and it's not the Doctor we thought it was going to be. It's Doctor Who. Oh, can't wait! I'm all giddy. I'm excited.
I don't want to do this.
I'm going to send you a Doctor Who t-shirt. I'm going to make you wear it when you record.
No.
Maybe make you listen to a Billie Piper song. She plays one of the companions and also like a superstar, like singer, pop star.
I don't understand any of what's happening.
All right.
Where can you follow us?
Hold on. I have one last question.
No.
What on a scale of 1 to 5 ingrown toenails, What would you rate this episode of Fawlty Towers?
1.
1, just measly ingrown toenail?
Yeah.
All right, I gave it a 3. I give it 3 ingrown toenails. You know what? It'll affect my walking because I got 3 ingrown toenails, but I still chuckled at some parts.
Yeah, I only laughed once the doctor came chasing him with the syringe.
Yeah, and that's how Kat's gonna feel next week when she's watching Doctor Who. She's going to need a doctor to chase her with a syringe.
Fuck.
All right, where can you follow us, Kat Halstead, the author? Where can you follow our wild adventures?
You can follow us on Twitter at Very Podcast. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr at A Very Special Podcast.
Yeah?
Do not accept imitations. A veryspecialpodcast.com, saltyrockmedia.com, and by searching YouTube, A Very Special Podcast.
Yes to all of the above. And as always, girl,
bye.
Watch the sky for fallen moose heads.
Let's start talking.
We didn't talk about that, but oh well, who cares?